Good evening, and welcome back to News Around. We often look at the lives of the rich and famous as a seamless parade of perfection, flawless gowns, blinding smiles, and nights where nothing ever goes wrong. But we know better. We know that behind the velvet ropes and the million-dollar lighting rigs, the tension can be thick enough to cut with a knife. Tonight, we are taking you back to a night that was supposed to be a fairy tale, the magnificent awards ceremony in Riyadh. It was a night designed to crown Hande Erçel as the queen of the evening. But while the cameras were busy capturing her triumph, something else was happening in the shadows, a shift in energy that did not go unnoticed by the keenest observers. We are talking about the sudden, inexplicable change in Kerem Bürsin. 1 minute, he was the picture of a proud partner. The next, he was a storm cloud in a room full of sunshine. What happened in those few critical minutes to turn his smile into a scowl? Was it jealousy? Was it a fight? Or was it something far more noble? Today, we reveal the backstage crisis that almost overshadowed the awards, and the fierce protective instinct that saved the night. Before we dive into the secrets of Riyadh, you know what to do. If you want the truth behind the headlines, destroy that subscribe button. And for those who want to be the guardians of this channel, just like Kerem was for Hande, click the join button right now. Your support empowers our storytelling. Now, let's step onto the red carpet. The night began with the kind of electric atmosphere that only exists in cities like Riyadh, where luxury meets legacy. The red carpet was a river of diamonds and couture, but the undisputed star of the evening was Hande Erçel. Dressed in a gown that whispered elegance and screamed star power, she moved through the crowd with the poise of royalty. By her side, Kerem Bürsin appeared to be the perfect consort. In the opening minutes of the ceremony, he was radiant, calm, proud, and visibly happy to witness the woman he loves receiving the accolades she so richly deserves. To the casual viewer, it was picture perfect. The flashes popped, the fans screamed, and the couple looked unbreakable. But as the evening progressed, the temperature at their table seemed to drop. The observant eyes in the room and later, the millions of detectives on social media began to notice a fracture in the facade. Kerem's expression hardened. The easy smile vanished, replaced by a jaw set in stone. He began to avoid eye contact during the applause, his conversations with those around him became brief and stern, and he was seen exiting the room with a haste that sparked immediate concern. When the first images of a stony-faced Kerem hit the internet, the rumor mill went into overdrive. Had the pressure of the crowd gotten to him? Was it organizational fatigue? Or worse, was there trouble in paradise? The initial narrative suggested a lover's quarrel or a man unable to handle the intense spotlight. But information leaked from the deepest recesses of the backstage area has revealed a completely different story, one that turns the narrative of jealousy on its head. According to reliable allegations, the source of Kerem's fury was not Hande, but the system around her. The trouble reportedly began immediately after Hande received her award. It should have been a moment of pure celebration, a time for her to bask in the glow of her achievement. Instead, a protocol mix-up occurred. An unexpected change was made to the ceremony's program, throwing the carefully orchestrated evening into chaos. But it wasn't just a schedule change that enraged Kerem Bürsin, it was the nature of the disruption. As Hande was being ushered backstage, she was reportedly ambushed by a barrage of questions and requests that were deemed highly inappropriate for the gravity of the moment. Sources close to the actor suggest that these weren't just standard interview questions, they were inquiries designed to generate tabloid fodder, proposals that threatened to overshadow Hande's professional success with sensationalism. For Kerem, this was the final straw. Those who know him understand that he is a man who values privacy and respect above all else. He possesses a finely tuned radar for exploitation. He reportedly saw this not as press attention, but as a disrespect to Hande's craft. He was furious that her hard work was being treated as mere content for gossip columns. He felt that the spotlight, which should have been firmly on her talent, was being forcibly diverted to trivialities. This brings up a fascinating point about modern relationships in the public eye. Kerem risked being called angry or difficult to protect Hande's moment. It makes us ask, is it better to stay silent and polite, or to speak up and risk a scene when your loved one is being disrespected? We want to hear your take. Pause the video and tell us in the comments, was Kerem right to get angry? And while you're there, please like this video. It helps us stand up for the truth against the algorithm. If you really want to support us, the join button is waiting. Now, let's see how he handled the confrontation. The tension quickly spread from the stage to the corridors. Kerem, unable to stand by while the evening derailed, reportedly got involved directly with the organization. This wasn't a tantrum, it was an intervention. The incident culminated in a brief but razor-sharp conversation with the officials. He drew a boundary. He demanded that the focus return to where it belonged. On the award, on the achievement, on Hand. Another account from behind the scenes adds a layer of emotional depth to this confrontation. It is said that just before the ceremony, a specific comment was made, a remark that crossed the line of professional courtesy. Upon hearing this, Kerem tensed up physically. It was a visceral reaction to an insult disguised as a joke. But here is where the story becomes truly beautiful. It is claimed that Hand, sensing the rising tide of his anger, intervened with a grace that defines her character. She reportedly took his hand, looked him in the eye, and whispered, "It doesn't matter, this is my night." With that simple sentence, she reassured him. She didn't need him to fight the world, she just needed him to be there. The effect of this intervention was visible. Kerem's return to the room was marked by a distinct shift. He greeted Hand with a smile. Perhaps a bit weary, but genuine, demonstrating clearly that the conflict was external, not internal. The couple was not fighting, they were surviving the chaos together. Later that evening, at the reception, the transformation was complete. The famous actor, who had appeared so aloof just an hour prior, did not leave Hand's side. He became her shadow, not in a possessive way, but in a supportive one. He listened attentively to everyone who approached her, nodding in approval, acting as a buffer between her and the world. His proud glances and the words he whispered in her ear were captured by photographers, proving that what the world interpreted as anger was actually a high-functioning protective reflex. According to rumors circulating in the entertainment industry, Kerem later summarized the entire ordeal to his inner circle with a quote that deserves to be framed. He reportedly said, "Sometimes silence is the right answer, but you can't remain silent when the efforts of someone you love are underestimated." This statement is the key to unlocking the entire night. It explains his sternness. It explains his silence. He wasn't sulking, he was holding his tongue until he couldn't anymore. He refused to let a turning point in Hand's career be cheapened. When these details finally surfaced days later, the narrative on social media shifted seismic plates. Fans who had worried about a breakup began to praise Kerem's integrity. The anger was recontextualized as loyalty. Hand, for her part, was lauded for her harem sultanesque composure, calm, elegant, and unbothered amidst the storm. The award ceremony in Riyadh will go down in history not just for the trophy Hand took home, but for the silent battle Kerem fought to ensure that trophy remained the headline. It solidified their status as a power couple. Not because they looked good in photos, but because they functioned as a team under pressure. They proved that they are determined to maintain their boundaries, even when the whole world is watching. So, the mystery of the angry Kerem Bürsin is solved. It wasn't a crisis of love, it was a crisis of respect, and he was the one demanding it. In a world that constantly tries to cross lines, having someone willing to stand guard at the border is a rare and precious thing. Hande Erçel walked away with an award, but she also walked away with proof that her partner has her back when the lights get too bright. What do you think of Kerem's protective reflex? Did he handle it like a gentleman? Let us know in the comments. We read every single one. And before you go, please make sure you are subscribed to News Around. We are building a community here, and we want you in it. For exclusive access and to help us keep investigating, click join. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the sternest face hides the softest heart. Good night.